We often insist on things in the church that we should really agree to disagree on. There's plenty of room in the church for a variety of musical styles, Bible translations, and opinions on how to best reach people with the gospel. But the basics on how we're saved are things that we must insist upon as a church. We should insist upon a certain understanding of man, how without Christ we're all foolish and disobedient, and so on. We couldn't save ourselves. In short, we were lost. And we should insist upon a certain understanding of grace, how it's not something we earn, but according to God's own mercy through Jesus Christ. And we should insist upon these things because this understanding of man and grace leads to the type of lifestyle Christians ought to live. Not doing good works in order to be saved, but doing them because we are saved. God's grace is not a license to sin. To the contrary, it should motivate us to live holy because we've been set free from sin. And now we're able to do good works out of joy. We don't do good works because we're trying to be good enough for heaven, but because we recognize such things are excellent and profitable so that others might know the grace that we know as well. Do you serve God joyfully, or has your service turned dull and routine? Remember the grace of God and what God has saved you from, and see the lost the way God sees them, as needing His grace and as people who can't save themselves. And keeping all of this in mind, devote yourself to good works because God has saved you and desires to use you to reach the lost with the gospel. God bless you and see you tomorrow.